in page 5 of the Daily Nation. Welcome back to the Power Breakfast Show live on Citizen TV. We carry on the discussion here with Amos Kaburu from Twaweza, East Africa. Unfortunately, I have very few minutes with him. He is headed to Radio Citizen in the next couple of minutes, and you can listen to him there as well as he continues talking about matters education. But let's briefly talk about this story. The teachers' unions yesterday dismissed this year's KCSE examination results as a fraud that has condemned students to mass failure. Now, Nat and Kupet, which were sidelined by Education CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i during the release of the results at Nairobi School, called for a total overhaul of the grading system. And if I can just get, of course, a few more details about that, they were talking about reduction in the number of students joining university is an indication of disaster. The release of the results catching many aware is also part of this article as well, but we don't quite see what sort of suggestions they have given in this article, apart from two reactions here from Akelo Misori, Kupet Secretary General. We cannot hurry to release the results without a proper audit and celebrate mass failure. The results have been released while other papers are still being marked. I'm not sure whether they gave proof about that. While Wilson Sosio, NAT Secretary General, says there seems to be a deliberate effort to force more students to join tertiary institutions. Okay, let me come to you now, Amos. A lot coming out of this particular statement, some of which you've said, some of which I'm not so sure is actually factual, but of course it's something that we can look at in depth. But your take on, your response to what their reaction to the release of results yesterday?
Thank you. I want to take a very, very balanced view because, and to say that this is one of the areas that is one of my areas of specialization, assessment and tests, and say that there is need for us just to have an overhaul of our assessment system. And
so you agree on that note?
I agree on that note, but however, I don't want to pick some of the extremes that they are saying that may perhaps there are papers which are still being marked that this was a fraud. Because I have no evidence. I come from a research background, and therefore anything I have to say should be backed up by evidence in what I put across. But this is what we mean. If you are supposed to develop any test, you are supposed to have measures to ensure that this test can serve all the children. And so that what do you want the test to answer? Whether children have acquired particular competences or not. Whether they have got certain skills and knowledge that you want them to demonstrate or not. Let's therefore ask ourselves the following question. How much do we need to ask the children to say that if they demonstrate this, they therefore mean that they have what is enough? Do we need 30 examinations? Do we need 76 papers? How much time should be taken when these examinations are taking place? These are fundamental questions that even the reforms at the council have not addressed. Because you go to school for 12 years. You are condemned to an examination that contains 31 papers. And I want to give you a case of English. You do paper 1, you do paper 2, you do paper 3. I'm not qualified. Let me talk about Kiswahili because I'm a trained Kiswahili teacher. Insha, lugha, na fasihi. Now, how much of Insha should contribute to us for us to say that you know Kiswahili? How much of the lugha? How much of the fasihi? These are questions that cannot be answered in a rushed process like what has just happened. Then you now come to administer the exams. How much time should be given to Insha for us to say that you demonstrate competence in Insha? How much time should be given for you to demonstrate competence in Fasihi? We therefore come to the issue of marking. Look at how marking is happening in Kenya. If people have to wake up at 5 in the morning to start marking, and they have to sleep at 10,
yeah, we did hear
from Monday to Sunday, what is the role of fatigue in that process? These are human beings. In mathematics, it's a bit different. 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. What constitutes a 1 mark in Insha? What constitutes 4 marks in Insha? Marking of KCSE is largely subjective. And it doesn't matter whatever you do, whether you have systems, what you are being told, oh, we have chief examiners, we have team leaders, there's lots of subjectivity. But then you also need now to conduct what we call triangulation across papers.
Yes.
A child who scores well in mathematics, is this how it fares across in the other subjects? So if you look at developed tests, processes, because our national examinations cannot be piloted. You are not supposed to process all the answers. You have got questions that are usually loaded on that particular assessment for you to check the quality of the test. So that you're able to say that maybe we could have asked these questions in paper 1. We also again repeat them in paper 3. But not the same question. Maybe you had asked 2 + 2 is equals to 4.
Let me ask you a question that might seem elementary, and I actually have been told that our time is up.
Yes.
One of the papers actually followed 2 of the top students and went back to their KCPE results.
Yes.
And it emerges that they also did very well in KCPE.
Yes.
If they did very well in KCPE,
yes,
and they've done very well in KCSE, and,
yes,
and it's a simple argument, but there's a point I want to ask.
Yes.
Doesn't that then show that this system is honest in showing that when you're bright, it rewards you, but when you're not maybe academically inclined, because if we are to buy into your argument that it's wrongly moderated, it's not wrongly marked, then we shouldn't see this trend where a person who did well in KCPE does well in KCSE. I mean, doesn't that confirm then that the system is okay?
Statistics is quite fair, and statistics can be quite unfair.
At the same
and
time.
the most basic concept you talk about is GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Statistics can give you anything that you want, including a study that was done to look at the relationship between the number of trees in a particular forest in Brazil and the wealth in Kenya, and they were found to be positively correlated. There is something we call a spurious relationship, a relationship that will just be out of chance. We are only talking about 2, and these are some of the things that were therefore supposed to be processed, so that you look at the results of all the children. Are they consistent
with what you got in 4 years ago?
Because you cannot just use 2 children, because even look at Is It the Nation on another page where it demonstrates that most of the giants in KCPE again fell out. But the question would be, will KCPE be a good predictor of KCSE? Definitely the answer is that no, it is not a good predictor. So there are so many issues that need to be analyzed before you actually come out with this kind of result.
I want to stop you there to give you 30 seconds to give your closing remarks on this, because our time is up.
This is what
I've asked you.
What we've started in terms of the curriculum reforms is a good step.
Okay.
But however, we must find a way to address now the 1 million labeled children from 2016 and 2017. 400,000, 600,000. 1 million is not just a number. 1 million is not 1 million papers. It is 1 million lives.
Human beings.
3-4 years down the line, they will be married, will be dependent, with the children. What are we talking about the future of this country?
We leave it on that note. Amos Kaburu, thank you so much for finding time to be here with us. But there is hope for them as well. We know stories, and we will ask the religious
leaders to pray for them.
Because I know one viewer has asked, what is the way forward for those who had less than C+? Is there hope for any of them? I want us to remain positive, that there is, that they can find something to do. There are many ways in which you can build a nation. That's how we leave this discussion. I feel we had so many questions, but I know you're being waited for on the other side, and I'll release you at this moment to go through that. Carlos Kiba and the band are on standby to continue taking us closer and closer to the Christmas period, the festive season. I know Chef Ali as well is ready to whip up some amazing breakfast, some Christmas meals as well. You're watching the Power Breakfast Show. Now time for some music.
Thank you. Let me rush and see this